What's up, everyone? You are tuned into the Pennsylvania Rock Show, episode number 723. We just heard from the Mighty Casey and his song Memorial Day to start things off on Memorial Day. Then we also played a brand new song to the show by the band Keller, The End. And with me, hopefully, I have some members of Dichro. Let's see.
Hello, we're here.
Hey.
What's up, everyone?
Hi, Bill.
So, why don't you introduce yourselves and tell everybody what you do in the band?
I'm Charmaine, and I'm the singer / front woman, some other stuff.
I'm Pete. I play bass, and I'm a band producer as well.
I'm Adrian. I'm the guitar player for the Dichro acoustic and also some of the electric gigs.
Cool. So I'm going to start things off right off the bat with an oddball question. So I have two questions that I ask on pretty much every episode. And the first one is, what is the best pizza you've had because you're a musician? So you have to come up with a way to link it to being in a band.
Oh, God.
I actually had some. Oof. I had some of the best pizzas I ever had. Because I just moved into this house with my wife and we ordered this pizza like just before because we didn't have anything, like we weren't prepared enough. So we just had our sister in today and we ordered that pizza again. It's Palermo pizza. I don't know if it's got like other branches. Anyway, are you asking for like the type of pizza or the outlet?
You covered it. You got it.
Okay. All right. There you go.
On my end, the best.
It's going to be one of those nights.
Because I missed the whole story, but yay, pizza.
Okay, so Pete, you froze in the middle of your answer.
Oh, I said my favorite piece of pizza with the band was while we were taking a break while shooting Mercy video. We ordered pizza from a joint in Harmarville, I bet. I don't remember the name, but that was the best tasting pizza ever, at least for me.
That was a good one indeed.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. That was up there. Oh man.
Slices.
Yeah. And lots of cheese. And I guess I get to answer this one too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So probably, gosh, I think we used to call it the Green Light House or something. It was out in Akron, and I was with an old band, and it was one of those morning after a couple of show run, and we had the stale pizza from the night before, and it was just very satisfying. It was very, very satisfying at the time, and like somehow the sign of, we rocked really hard that weekend. So, yep. That's still morning after stuff.
What looking for recommendations?
So I keep telling everybody what's going to happen is years from now I'm going to go back and re-listen to all these episodes, and then I'm going to do another podcast where I try all the different pizzas. That probably won't happen. So John Ballistic just popped up in the chat room. If anyone is familiar with John from Underground Jukebox on Music 412. And John, we're dealing with internet issues all over the place tonight. And for anyone else who's listening, so we're just going to work through them the best we can. Both buildthescene.com and music412.com are currently down because there's a power outage at the data center that those servers are housed in Texas. If you're not familiar about what's going on there, you can Google it. 25 tornadoes touched down in the 5-state area. yesterday, and it's pretty ugly. So that's part of what's going on with the internet tonight. Moving on, though, now that I put a big downer on everything, I'm going to ask you that the second question that I ask every show, and that is the official Build a Scene question, and that is, who's your Dave Grohl? And by that I mean, who would you want to go up on stage with and perform one of their original songs? Like Dave pulls people up out of the crowd all the time to play with the Foo Fighters.
Char, did you hear the question?
I did. And you know what? I'll answer with my favorite. And we were just talking about the Alabama 3 today. And if I could do Ain't Gonna Go with them, and have a little rap battle with Reverend Larry Love, I think that would be just super primo. Great question.
Anybody else?
Fun.
Is it? Well, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Do you want to go first, Pete?
No.
Oh. Okay. It actually that happened to me once, not with Dave Grohl though. Back in when was that? You wouldn't believe it's 1996. I happen to be friends with a musician named Chris Whitley, and I went there. Apparently, it was around the time of his birthday, and on his birthday, he had a gig over at the CB's Gallery. At that time, CBGB was still open, and there was still CB's Gallery, and I suggested, dude, do you want me to play one of your songs? And so I did. So I was playing guitar while he was singing, because usually it was him playing guitar by him, like solo. So I just popped that idea, and he was like, all right, why not? So I was playing the guitar and he was singing. So that kind of like really happened. Like it came true to me for me.
Very cool.
That's awesome.
So I'm going to ask you guys one more question, then we're going to take our first break, and I'm going to give away those tickets that I mentioned off the air to Mr. Joe Jackson Presents at the now I completely blanked on the name of the place. It's the theater in Greensburg. Yeah, Palace Theater. That's it. Too many tabs open on my browser there. Anyway,
See how that goes.
So the question is, you're leaving a gig, and there is a DeLorean sitting there with its doors open and the flux capacitor in the back seat, so you can go back in time, just like in the movies, and hang out with another band, any band of your choice. Who are you gonna go track down and hang out with?
1991, Cleveland, 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah.
Cool. Yes. I want to go hang out with Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hi.
Wow. Yes. Like Steve Howe and everyone. Gosh.
They're amazing.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like. Okay. At around the same time that I was hanging out with Chris Whitley, I also hung out with. I mean, I don't know if anyone would want to believe this, but I hung out with Alice in Chains.
Wow.
In Knitting Factory, New York, and then we went somewhere else for a pizza.
It's like full circle there.
Yeah. And Jerry Cantrell is the nicest guy ever. I doubt that he would remember that ever happened, because that was like 1996. But yeah, it would be cool, like, you know, if I could go back to that. And probably this time I wouldn't say stupid things. Like, you know, I would act a little kind of better, cooler.
A little starstruck.
Oh God, yeah.
You're like,
Hey, so if you're just tuning in, we are hanging out with Dichro tonight. We're going to take our first break. I have 2 tickets to give away. We'll be right back with that. I spun on the wheel and I wasn't on the air because I forgot to press the button. But Keith Lay did win the tickets. That's just the way things are going tonight. Keith, keep an eye on your email. You'll get an email from me tonight and a follow-up email from Adam from Dressing Entertainment, who will explain to you how to get your tickets. Again, that show is tomorrow. I'm going to take a moment here and compose myself and bring back Dichro. I did that whole thing and nobody saw it. Anyway, so for those of you that aren't familiar, go to musicfrom412.com/contest. It probably isn't going to be up tonight and probably not tomorrow, but it will return. And we have a bunch of other shows that you can win tickets to, courtesy of Dressing Entertainment. Okay, so also in the background, I'm sure if you're watching the video, you noticed there is a flyer for Rock for Life, June 1st at Penn Brewery. That is this coming Saturday. And of course, I have everybody covered up. But yeah, there we go. So you guys are playing September 7th, correct?
Correct, yes.
That show, you can do one night for $20, or you could pre-purchase tickets from Rocky. It's Anthony Lamonde, L-A.
Or for me.
O-N-D-E, or for Pete. And you can purchase for $30 to get both nights. rockforlifeconcert.com, which I have not checked. It may or may not be up right now. Let me check. It is not. So anyway, we're a little limited in our technology tonight. So what we're gonna do, in the next break is I'm gonna play your songs One Lane Bridge and Mercy. And what I'd like you to do is pick one of them or both of them and tell us a little bit about the song. You like MTV used to do storytellers where they sat down and they told a story about the song. maybe it's about what the song's about, or something about the recording process, whatever story you want to tell.
Cool. Oh,
There's
Pete's pointing to me. Pete's pointing.
Yes.
So story time right now. Story time right now.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So I mean, we're releasing Mercy as a single right now, and that I feel like has a unique origin story because I was hanging out with my eldest rescue cat, and I love my babies, and I often wonder if I'm doing enough for them. And I was asking her that. I'm like, hey, is mommy doing enough for you? Do I love you enough? Do I care for you guys enough? Am I doing right by you? And this answer kind of came through her, and it just sort of felt like we were tuning into something bigger than us in that moment. And she was just like, if you can't, help me, I know you're not going to hurt me, and just, hold me close, keep me warm. And it really hit home with me. And I don't think I jumped right up and disturbed the moment, but I know I held that thought. And the next time I was kind of like working on a song, I worked that into a lyric. And from there, it just was like, this could be a cool one to like try to write some more philosophical stuff. And so there's a lyric about like the law of attraction and some like kind of metaphysics stuff in there. So it's a spiritual song, and about asking for forgiveness and kind of understanding when it comes to like religious and spiritual differences, because like a large part of my family is really religious, and I would get these questions about my faith and how I believe and how I get through life. And I'm not sure why, but we would have those conversations a lot. And so it was just kind of me being like, hey, can you, understand that at the end of the day, we probably all really want the same things. So yeah. I mean, just ramble a lot there.
So you guys head out on a tour, and for some reason you hire me to drive the bus. What music am I going to play while we're on the bus?
No music. Everybody's going to have their own headphones. We have full democracy in our band. We're not forcing anybody to be subjected to crazy audio and music kind of shenanigans of each of us. I learned that on the tour, being on the tour, I learned that having headphones is very important, because you are stuck in a bus with a bunch of people whom you might love or not love. And definitely you guys might have different musical tastes, which might be cool, but also might be really disturbing. And that's why I recommend noise canceling headphones on tour.
All right, so what are you listening to with your headphones on then?
At this moment, what am I listening to? Most of it, I hate to say it, but I listen to Dichro all the time since we master our record. The reason for it is the mastering job that our guy at Tree Lady Studios, Garrett Hines, did on the album, and it's just pleasure to listen to it for me. Since I was mixing it, I love to see what the guy was doing to our recordings, and I'm very, very happy with it.
Anybody else want to cover what they would be listening to?
What, at the moment, like in general, or in that tour bus?
Basically, I'm trying to get your influences out of you without asking for your influences.
Oh, dude. I listen to like a whole bunch of different things. The other day, I was just listening to like Schubert and Debussy, and then after that, right away, I listened to Kiss, and then like.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. All right, man. And then like some like what's was that band? Oh, Marduk or dude, I just listened to a bunch of Einstürzende Sandy Neubauten. You know, it's a mix. The Cult. So yeah, it's a mix for me.
Punk is not dead. Okay.
Punk is not.
Yeah.
Yay! No, it's not. No, it's not.
Thanks to Rancid.
I think I sort of came back to the conversation here.
So we're looking for your
Everything was real
influences.
woozy for a while. Oh, and everybody froze again.
I think Pete is going to write a note for sure. Yep, there it is.
Oh, influences. Gosh. Yeah, Alabama 3, again, just a huge fave. Ben Folds. Harvey Danger. Gosh, Jane's Addiction. Yes, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. I don't know that you would hear any of those in this band, but like those are like groups that have influenced my, interest in, I think, songwriting. Musical theater too. Drama.
I just thought of something that I do have to mention. What's he writing there?
Everything's still really. Oh, Peter. I can't read it though. Put it over that way a little bit more.
Sisters of Mercy, Gary Newman, Bauhaus.
He's writing stuff. Yeah. Sure.
So something I want to mention real quick. Right here, for those of you that are used to watching the show, you'll notice that there is a different microphone in my frame. I won a microphone from Front End Audio out of Ermine, South Carolina. And this is its maiden voyage on the show. So hopefully it sounds great. I'm thinking the price tag being 10 times what my old microphone was, it probably sounds good. It's a JZ microphone, Black Hole BH2. If anyone wants to check it out, you should go to frontendaudio.com if you're going to make that purchase. They were nice enough to send it my way for free. So if you have audio needs, go check them out. And then if you're looking locally, you should head to In Stuff Music as well. Because, well, they're just awesome. Anyway,
I stole this one from Elvis.
So that's kind of the microphone that's in my Build a Scene logo. So, which I don't have on the screen right now. Hold on, let me throw it up there. There it is. There in the corner. So actually, let's take a break. We're going to listen to Dichro, One Lane Bridge, and also Mercy, and we will be right back. And I'm batting 1,000 today. We listened to Dichro, One Lane Bridge, and Mercy in the first break when I messed up the ticket giveaway. Now we're listening to the Platelets, Mr. No One, and God's Green Apples, Lonely, here on the Pennsylvania Rock Show. And we'll be right back. Okay, we're back with my show full of errors tonight, both internet and just me screwing up. That was the Platelets, Mr. No One, and God's Green Apples, Lonely. In the last segment, they talked about their songs One Lane Bridge and Mercy, which we heard before I asked them about the songs, not after. You'll figure it out. It's live. Things get messed up all the time. With that said, we're in the third segment of the show with Dichro on episode number 723 of the Pennsylvania Rock Show here on buildascene.com. Music from the 412 XRP Radio, Rootaroo Radio, Build a Scene, and megarockradio.net and 107.1 KFGD out of St. Louis, Missouri. I think I hit everybody. So we have, I don't know, about 7 minutes or so to go. You guys recently played at the Millvale Music Festival. And I saw some photos with nice big sized crowd in front of you. What do you have coming up?
Ooh, I can take this one post show. So coming up, we've got June 7th, the Fun House at Mr. Small's. We'll be playing with Modern Fossils and Mike Moscato Music. And I believe June 13th, maybe we're coming back here on one of the channels. Pete, I wanted to say you set that up, but we're doing something on the air. Smiling Moose, June 22nd, with Fort Womb, Hollow North, 13 Occult, and Messmakers. So that's going to be a really loud night. Excited. July 5th, opening for the Gathering Gloom at Jurgles. That is a Cure tribute band. So also going to be a really fun, different night. And something I can't talk about that's happening in July also that's going to be really exciting, but soon. August 23rd, album release party. Super stoked for that. September 7th, Rock for Life. We're on that night. A whole bunch of other bands. It's a long list, but it's going to be really it's stacked. I'm excited. I'm excited for that. September 9th, I'll be live on the Grassroots Rock Show. That's up in Butler and yeah. We're gonna get to connect and talk finally. We've been kind of batting emails back and forth for a while, and finally got a date set. So it's yay, cool. And what I'm gonna say next? There's one more.
Yes, go ahead.
October 25th, Dark Style Electrofest. We're working on that one with Jim Simonic, and that is also going to be a really, really badass lineup.
What it is the festival of local dark sounding bands. So we're going to have probably 6 or 7 bands on a bill that night.
Yeah. Darkwave, Pittsburgh Darkwave.
Where is that one going to be at?
Cativo.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
So you mentioned album release show, and we played 2 tracks. I'm assuming those are off the new album.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
When you said August 23rd for that?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is an official release date. It's also going to be released electronically the same day.
So all the normal digital release areas, and how else can they get a copy of it?
We're gonna be selling the physical copies through Distortion Production record label. They have email and mail order, and also at our shows we're gonna be selling physical CDs if anybody still wants to purchase them. But most of the sales probably gonna be done via digital delivery.
Very cool.
And are we doing vinyl too, or did you cover that?
Eventually, we might be doing vinyls. Correct? Yes.
Okay. Okay.
But vinyl is not going to be available the day of the release. Maybe later.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad.
Yep.
I'm just going to talk about stuff I'm not supposed to talk about yet.
Let me see. What can I? Oh, here's a good one for you. If you could sit down on a bench next to your musical idol and ask them one question, first, who you're going to ask to sit down next to you, and what are you going to ask them? I feel like I should hear the Jeopardy song playing now.
I'll take this. I'll take this real quick. It would be Keith Richards, and I would ask him, "How the are you still alive?"
Hey, there you go. Oh, okay. Who and what one question? Oh gosh, I don't know who. I feel like Alanis Morissette would be the one I would want to hang out with, but I don't even know what the hell I would ask her. Like, was it all worth it? That's what I always wonder.
Who is it?
Alanis Morissette. She went through a lot of shit in her career, and so I feel like asking her, like, was it all worth it? Like, I'm curious because that's a lot of fame, but that's also a whole lot of bullshit she like went through.
Nobody beats Keith Richards.
I'm not trying to beat anybody. I was just trying to answer the question.
For me, it would. I mean, the guys passed away like a long time ago, but it would have to be Robert Johnson, and like, I would probably ask him for Satan's number. I don't know.
I need you to pause there because I have a question that goes right with this, and I have to ask it. So you're standing at the crossroads that Robert Johnson was standing at when he sold his soul to the devil. Why are you standing there?
Oh.
So why are you going to sell your soul at that same crossroads?
You know, like,
I think Adrian sold his soul to Dichro already, so it's taken.
I mean, to me, the crossroad is always like a what do you call it? Like an analogy for something you experience in life, and like everybody's been in that situation and would have to choose one way or another. So naturally, like, if I was there, I was probably put there somehow, like, or by life, and I would have to choose, and whether I'm gonna ask the help from the person from below or not. It depends on like what am I confronted with, maybe.
How desperate is the situation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably that.
How about you, Pete?
I was reading a story of Elvis Presley here while you guys were talking. So I don't have an answer for you. I'm sorry.
Well, here, I'll reword the question because a lot of people have an issue with the way I ask it, and that's understandable.
Okay.
Yes, I teach at a Catholic school, so I get it. If you like, what is a goal that you haven't reached yet musically that you really want to reach?
I'm pretty much a realist, so I always aim high. However, I don't aim as high as I can reach it. So I have very particular goals, and I can tell you that my goal for Dichro for next year is shows in Europe. That's that we started on planning right now, actually, because you always have to do some preparations. So we're looking forward to go to Castle Party Festival in Poland, which is the biggest industrial Gothic festival in Eastern Europe. And also we're scoping some possibilities of playing shows in Germany and maybe Netherlands.
Very cool. Shar, how about you?
Okay, so I think mine's like a two-parter because I've there are places I'd like to play in the States that would be really phenomenal to get the band to festival wise and just stage wise around the country, but probably like skills wise, maybe another octave on my vocal range. If we're gonna go like reaching real high and far. I could have some fun with that.
Very cool. So we're kind of out of time. I do want to mention, if you want to check the band out, you go to facebook.com/Dichro band, which is on the screen in the video. I'm sure they have some other places. If anybody wants to throw out some other places you might want them to check you out at.
We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok now. We are on Bandcamp. YouTube, yes, definitely YouTube, which is a great place to also experience the acoustic, Dichro acoustic. Let's see, we're on Reverb Nation, we're on Spotify. I mean, the new single's like out everywhere, so there's that. But yeah, socials, it's probably Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube's. Yeah, go subscribe.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Music from 412 debuted the video for that, correct?
Yes, correct. We had a premiere before premiere, because actually we gave access to the video to Anthony a day before official release date. So he showed it before everybody else.
And again, I would tell you, I am going to tell you guys where you can find that stuff. Go to musicfrom412.com/apps. You'll find our Roku app, our Fire TV information, Apple and Google apps, an app to listen to all the radio shows on demand. There are lots of apps there. musicfrom412.com/apps. I do want to thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight on episode 723.
Totally.
And for
thank you too.
Fighting through the technology issues with me. And we have two more songs in this episode. They are both brand new to the show. They are the band That's the Breaks, and the song is Ghosts. And we're also going to hear from a Get Out of Town band. It is Love and Opium, and the song is called Blood Flower. And I listened to the song like 4 times today, so make sure you check that one out.
Thanks.
With that said, we are headed off into the evening. If you're not familiar with the show, Google, normally I would say go to musicfrom412.com, but the website is down, as I keep mentioning. Google musicfrom412.com and Live 365. You will find the Live 365 page that plays our radio station. And in like 20 minutes, you'll be able to listen to the show, including all the bands we played tonight. I'll recap those real quick. It was Mighty Casey, Keller, 2 Dichro songs, The Platelets, God's Green Apples, That's the Breaks, and Love and Opium here on the Pennsylvania Rock Show.
Thanks, Bill.